friends, and welcome to my channel. So today we are continuing with this series. Have right now, if we go play, we can have the character here. We have our lining already. So so we have enter here. We can free movement here. So we can pick up some health. So if it's full, I can pick any more. So I can go over here. I will leave here. Still more lining here. Pass to the door. So I'm thinking what we're gonna need next. So right now we're gonna need is probably be able to open and close doors, because we have this already, but we don't have nothing to open it. So let's do that. Okay, so I want to do a multiplayer kind of doors, so we can do it in the same blueprint. So let's do that. So we can save space and also use the same blueprint for all the doors, so they're gonna be more easiest, right? So let's go to DP folder, let's go to blueprint, and let's create here right now. We can go to gameplay, because we have here everything like 3D movement. So let's right click, get blueprint class, and let's call it actor. So this actor, let's call it DP door. We can call it door system, probably door system, sound better, because they're gonna be a system, really, not really a one door. So let's open here. Yes, we have this blueprint here. Let's open here. It is the one. I don't want to see these lines. Okay, here we're gonna need two things. So we're gonna need a door, of course. So let's add it. Let's create static mesh. So this static mesh is gonna be the door. So I don't know where we have it. So if I select this one, probably we can find something close to this door right here. So let's select this one and paste it right here. So now we have the door we wanted. So I want to be the more close to this 0 position. So let's move it just a little bit down like that. So I think it's correct. So let's compile and save, and let's test it. So if I go the blueprint, content, DP, blueprint, gameplay, I put it in the scene right here. We have to rotate it first, so they look nice. So let's open here and put it right here. Yeah, I think it's perfect. So we can put it here, and we're gonna need it more big in here. So we can do it in two different ways. We can do it inside here or do it in here. It's better doing a map, because maybe you want some door more smaller, anything like that. So it's better to do it in the level. So in here we have here the door system blueprint. So let's go to sizes, and let's do a little bit, probably like that, and also like that. I think it's fine enough. Yeah, also they're supposed to be a little more enter here. So yeah, kind of like that. Let's see how they're looking. So let's go play. So now we can see we have here a door, but we can enter. So yeah, so that's fine. So let's continue to make this door. So the first kind of door we wanted is gonna be the proximity door. We go close to the door, we're gonna go up. Like sci-fi doors are gonna be up. We can do it slide to one side if we want, but for me I like it to go up. So let's do that. So let's go to door system again, go to the event graph, and we're gonna need first we're gonna need a collision here. So we can use two kind of collision. We can use a sphere collision or box collision. In this case, I like to use more box collision, because like a door is more like square. So we can use a box, but you can use sphere too if you want. They're not working fine too. But for me, I prefer a box. So that way they don't go too up, because a sphere is gonna be more big and big. The box, you can select what size you want to. Only you don't need to go up, only to the one size. So in here, let's add it. Let's put box collision. And the box collision, I don't want to be inside the mesh, because if I move the mesh, they're gonna move with the box collision. I don't want to do that. So I want to the box to be out of the static mesh. So that way, if I move this, they move along. So yeah, so let's go to the box collision, and let's put it something like this, because they don't need to cover all the door, because the moment the character hit this box, they're gonna open. Then it doesn't matter if it's full or not. So we want to be a little more size like this, and probably we want to also this size. but I don't want to be up. It's fine for me. So let's compile and save. So now we need to do the code here. So go to the event graph, in the box collision, right click, add the event, and component begin overlap, and also we're gonna need and begin end overlap. So now we need the character, but this time we don't need the reference. So if you don't need the reference, it's better don't cast it, because there's a waste of case here, a cast to, because you don't need it. You only need to the character we're using. So in this case, other actor gonna be is equal to the character we're using. Get player character. So if it is the same, so that means if the character number 0, we want to open the door. So branch like this. Also, when we go out, we want to close this door. So we want to copy and paste this stuff because it's exactly the same. So this with this and this one. Okay, they lag my computer. Okay, this one with this one. Okay, it doesn't matter the order of this stuff because it's just an equal. So okay, so we have this already. So let's compile and save. So we have the basic already. So we want to go up the door. So I want to be smoothly to go up. I don't want to be directly transport to the to another position. So it's better use a timeline for that. So the true, we want to put timeline is always in the bottom. You can put the name if you want. For me, I don't really care, so I want to leave it like that. And we're gonna need a vector because we want to move in this like a vector. You can use it like a float too if you want, but it's more easy to understand the vector thing. So because in this case you're moving a vector right here. So okay, so let's do that. So let's compile save, and let's get the reference of the door. And we can do this two different ways. We can move it from the world location. So for example, in this case, they're gonna be in the level. World location means that is in the level. So in this case, they're gonna be this position. So if I want to move it up, I need to put this location, right? But with the problem with this stuff is if I want to move this door to another place, we have another location. So I don't want to do that. So I want to use the relative rotation. What is relative rotation? Is the location inside the blueprint. So in this case, in this mesh, in this blueprint is always -5, 0, 0. It doesn't matter where the blueprint is, they're always gonna be this location for this mesh. So for me, it's better this way, so I can always fix a position here. So I only need to figure out how much I want to go up, probably like 300 probably, maybe it's too much, let's see. So let's go compound save, let's go to the event. So in here, we want to use relative location. Relative location. I don't want to rotation, so set relative location. So go to add date, and we need a vector in here. So let's open this stuff, and they're asking for the length, how much time we want to be open or closed. So I think half a second is gonna be fine. So 0.5, and we want to use a vector. So they're gonna be movement, and they're asking the X, Y, and Z. We only gonna need one of these. So because the other one is already 0 by default, so that's fine. So I want to use, if you're not sure 100%, you need to figure out what number is here. So they're gonna be the blue one. So the blue is always the C value. Okay. So let's go to timeline so we can lock this stuff. So that way I can modify it. I only want to modify C. So we're gonna need to track here. So we can press shift and the left of the mouse 2 times. So we have 2 tracks. So the first one, they're gonna be times 0 because in the time 0 when they start this stuff, in the value we want to be -5 right here. So -5. Also in the second one, we want to the time be the length of this stuff. So 0.5. So 0.5, and the value we want. So I set 200. So they're gonna be probably we can do 195. Probably let's put 200. So it's more easy to see. Okay, so we want to see this stuff. So we want to see it together. You want to select this one and this one. You can see where the two tracks together. So I want to be a little slow here. Yeah, slow here. So we want to select both of this stuff. Right click is select out. So that way we have a little curve here. So we can go to more slow, faster, not slow again. So more like a real door. Also, if you want to go a little more up, it will go down. You can just put this, level this a little more up if you want. You're gonna be up and down again. But for me, it's gonna be fine like this. So let's compound save. So that's it. So let's go to event graph. We don't need nothing more. So now we have the movement. Movement is wrong. Oh, let's fix this movement. So let's rename it movement. Sorry. Oops. Okay, so let's compound save. Let's go to event graph. So now we have the right name. So we can put location too. So we want to connect this to this. So that is fine. And we want to do this again, but we want to reverse it. So if it's true, we want to go to reverse. So let's compound save. Let's see if it's working or not. So let's compound save. Let's go play and let's test it. So in here, so if I go close, they're gonna open the door and let's gonna close. Probably 200 is fine, but I can see the door probably gonna be a little more. So let's go to, and here let's change this value to probably 220 or 20 depending on where you are from. So let's save it and let's see again. So let's go play. Yeah, it's a lot better. So you can move it, that's fine. So a lot of people asking why don't use this timeline from the play from the start from reverse. This is gonna working fine, but depend on the thing you wanted, they don't wanna do it right. For example, if I put it this way, they always gonna start from the start. So the start of this timeline, remember, is -5, and the end of this timeline they're gonna be 220. So no matter what, they're gonna reverse from 220 in the one they're gonna start to -5. That's fine, but for this door it's not fine, because if I go faster from this location and go to other way, they always start from the in the end of this stuff, because we have in here. So they're gonna be the end or reverse. You don't want to be in the door is in between gone up. You don't want to start again from the end of the animation. You want to from wherever they go. For example, let's show you in real time. So if I go here, go faster, gonna up. If I go too fast, they're gonna close. In this case, it's too fast, so they don't really matter. But if it's the door is taking more times, so they're gonna probably give you not enough time to go up. So that way, I prefer to use always play and also reverse. For if in that case the animation is, for example, going up to 190, if I ending already, go out, they're gonna start from 190 because we have reverse, no reverse for the start. For whatever they are, they're gonna go down. So for me, it's better that way. So compound save. So now we have the one kind of door. So yeah, so now we're gonna need another different door so we can interact with this door. So now we want to do the second kind of door we wanted, the interact door. So the interact door, they're gonna be almost the same, but the only difference is when you go inside to the overlap, the door don't open. The only way they open when you press the button, and the only way to close it is when I press the button again. So let's do that in the same blueprint. So to doing that, we want to call them from here. But first we need to have the button we want to activate this stuff. So let's go to test map, let's go to DP, blueprint, let's go to DP input. So we want to create another input. Let's go action here, so we want to create another one here. So we can create from scratch, or we can use one of these stuff. So these two, they don't work because this is a float value. We want to be a boolean. So this is already a boolean. So if you go inside, they're gonna hit a bool because they're gonna mean if it is true or not. So we want this kind of stuff if we press it or not. Sorry for the cough. So we want to duplicate this one, so let's duplicate and let's change the name from to active, for example. So now we have the button, so let's save it. Let's go to input, let's go to default. In here we want to create another mapping, so we have another one and we want to use new one and use the button we want. I press here, I'm gonna go F, so we have it, and also I'm gonna use the gamepad, so another one. In this case it's gonna be button A, in my case is face button bottom. So let's close this one, save it, close this stuff. So now we have the button, so let's do in the character. So let's go to new collection, we have saving here, so let's open here, and here let's right click, input action, and we want to use, when they say this one in hands action event, we want to be this one with the triangle here, like rumble stuff. So I'm gonna use action, so we have this one and we want to call it from here. So when we want to be able to press the button, only if we overlapping this blueprint. So we want to do that. So we want to asking for get all the overlapping actors, or get overlapping actors. So now here we are asking the target this character, and also the class filter, what filter we want. For example, we can use, for example, the door, so we can put here DP and door system, and always they want to be in the door. So if I go inside here, they want to press the button, they want to activate, but if I go inside this blueprint, for example, they don't. So that's fine if you only use the action button for the doors, but in my case I want to use this same button for a lot of different systems. So for doing that, it's better to in here, main character, the class filter, you put actor. So that way always gonna do it is any actor. If they have it, they wanna press the button. So okay, so now we are overlapping actors. So in all the overlapping actors, so we want to do an array. So we have to do it for each loop. So for all the actors we're overlapping with, it wanna be break. In this case, it's only one, so it doesn't matter really. But if it's more, we only want to activate one, not both, or three, or whatever we have it ready. So when they start to press the button, we want to execute this one, and we want to this one. So this array element is the actor in here. So we want to activate from here. But the best way to do it, because if I in here I can cast it to the door, for example, to have the reference of the door. But like I said, we don't know for sure if it's the door. So the best way to do it is for interface, because interface doesn't matter when they're using, they're only using from actors, so that's gonna be better. So let's create a new folder here in DP, go to blueprints, right click, create a new folder called interface, because maybe we're gonna do more than one. So in here, right click, we're gonna use in here better blueprint, go to blueprint interface, let's call it DP action interface. Oops. Interface. So let's save it. So now let's open it and let's create the function we want. So let's call it action or interaction. Interaction. You know what? I'm gonna call it action. Activate. Sound better. Activate. So let's compile and save. So now we can press from here if we want. But for example, let's set we want the reference of the character here for whatever reason. So we can add in here. So we can just put input. They wanna change this from DP main character blueprint. You don't need to do this of a reference. You don't need to do this if you don't want it, but for me I want to do it because that way I always have the reference of the character. So they're gonna be player. So for whatever I need it, I always have here the player reference. So let's compile and save. So now we have this activate. So now let's go to main character blueprint, and from here we want to activate that. But before the activate, I want to know for sure if the actor have that interface. So the best way to do it is go does implement interface. The interface we are looking for is a DP action we are created already, and we want to do a branch. If it is true, so they really have this, we want to, from the same actor, we want to call activate. They call it here activate message. If they're asking for a player, we are ready already. So this for the, if you have a reference, right now we don't need it, but it's better to feed it. So we are the main character blueprint. So in here, let's just pull self, and that's it. And when we activate something, we want to stop the looping. We don't want to do it over and over and over. So let's reroute this if we want to look more clean. For me, I don't really care too much about this stuff, but a lot of people does, so that's why I'm doing it. So let's move this like this. Okay. Is this false? We don't want to do nothing at all. If it's complete, they don't find nothing. This also stop, so it's fine. So cool. So now we can compile and save. So now if we go to inside this overlap, we want to activate, but they don't have the function, this one, in the door system. So we need to add it. So in the door system, we want to class settings, and we want to go to interface, and we want to add the action interface. So now we have in here in interfaces what we want to activate. So if we go right click, go to implement event, we have it already here. Fine. So compile and save. So we want to do the same stuff. We want to open and close. So we can use this one. So let's copy and paste because it's exactly the same. And we can use here a flip-flop if we want. For example, if we go flip-flop, we can use when the first time you press it, you want to play. The second time you want to reverse it. This is fine. They want to work perfectly fine. But let's say, for example, that for whatever reason this door is already open. You never go inside this blueprint. You enter, they don't wanna be B. They wanna be always A. If the door is already open, they don't wanna work this one. You have to press twice to do the reverse. This system is fine for a few things, like I don't know, you want to do it only one time. But in this system, they look a really cheap way to do it. I don't want to do it this way. I want to have the full control of this door. So that way I can also activate it outside of this blueprint. I'll tell you later about that. So it's better to have a boolean for that. So let's create a new variable. I want to call it open. So you see the door is open. So we want to do here. Gonna get, let's do a branch. So if the door is open, so it's open the door, we want to close it. So we want to reverse it, right? And if it is open, so we want to close it. So they're gonna be, well, if it's open, we want to close it. If it's closed, so it's not open. So if false, it's not open, we want to open it. So we can connect this to this if we want, or we can copy and paste this stuff twice again. So for me, it's better to do it this way, so it's more easy to understand. So it's for when we play. So now we need to change this variable. So they're gonna be set open. We can do it when it's finished or when it's activated. That's probably better with activate. So if we activate, we want to, so if it's reverse, they're gonna be closed. So if it's closed, we want to open it like this. So yes, so now we have the same system like this one in here, but with the bottom. So right now they want to work in both. I don't want to do that. So the best way to do it is separate this with a boolean. So if I go to another boolean, I call this if interactor, for example, they're gonna call this name. If it is an interactor, so let's go here. So let's go get, let's put it first in here. So we want to ask this first if it's an interactor. So let's do branch. So if it is an interactor, we want to do this. If it's not, we don't want to do nothing on this. In this one, we want to do the same thing, but we want to do it after the actor. because we don't want to check the boolean if it's not this character. So let's go to interactive door, get, let's do a branch. So when we enter, we want to, if it's interact door, we don't want to do this. If it's not, we want to do this. So the same thing when we go out. So let's copy and paste, or like I always does, only copy the branch, because I don't want to use too many variables if I already have it here, so we can have them both placed so they look nice. I don't know, for me I like this way. So false, go to reverse. Also we can put it like this so look better. So compile and save. So now we can activate here. For example, if I go to interactive door, this is gonna be interact or not, so I can do yes or not. But this one, they don't let me select both doors. For example, if I have this one, I have selected false, all the door in the level, they're gonna be false. So I don't want to do that. I want to be able to select whatever door we want. So that way I want to select it also in real time in the game. So for that, doing that, they go to this variable, let's select this I. So that way we have, if you see, you can say instant editor, so I can modify this in real time also. Well, before too, but we can also do it in the editor. So that's what that means. So let's save it. So now we have here a new default, so we can select whatever we want. So in this case, we want to be overlapping. So let's save it. Let's go play. So now if I overlap, they open. If I go out, it's closed. Perfect. So now let's see if we want interact door. So we're gonna press here. Save it, let's go play. So now even if I go inside, they don't do nothing, only when I press F. So when I go out, they don't close it, but when I go inside, we can press it, they're gonna false. I'm checking this now. Why is not working correctly? Let's see, something I'm doing wrong. Let's see what happened. Or reverse if it's open. Just open when reverse. In this case, it's gonna be reverse from the end probably. Let's see. Maybe that is the problem. And also we want to activate this when it's finished. This quite the same. Let's check. Let's go play. So now if I go here, press F, open. If I go out, go enter, press F. Now it's working perfectly fine. Enter, go out. Perfect. So now it's working perfectly fine. So nice. So now we have these two kind of doors. So we can use, for example, we can select this guy, put it over here. So this door is, oops, this door is interact door, and this one is overlapping. So let's do like this. So now if we save it, go play. So this gonna open normally. See, without pressing button, this one I can press the button, they wanna open. If they never close, even only when I press the button. So that's gonna be end of this video. So if you want to support me, you can go to my Ko-fi page and you can donate for just $1 if you want, or you can be a member if you want. So if you're a member, you're gonna have exclusive stuff. You're gonna have see the video before it's published in the channel, and also you can have the project file from these tutorials. So there gonna be a few tutorials also, a few projects we have already, the GTA, inventory system, this project also. So a few more that are gonna be coming, and also you are supporting my YouTube channel and my current game I create right now, Land of Silence. So you can download the demo for free right now from the Steam page. So also if you want to talk with me directly, you can talk with me from the Discord. For me it's more easy to respond from the comment of the Discord than for the comment of YouTube. So like I always said, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video. So bye bye.